Hey, what's up guys? John from JohnMcNeil.com here, and in this video today, we're actually going to be talking about how you actually can increase your email deliverability. Now, I know this type of video isn't sexy, and a lot of people are probably even going to be turned off by the title, but these are the very type emails that if you really want to become a great affiliate marketer and email marketer in which you can make a lot of money, you have to learn these different techniques and strategies to get your actual email in the actual inbox, because that's the only way you're going to get people to actually click on your links and you make money. So a couple days ago, I actually made a video, and the video was about how to make $100 a day sending emails, right? And that video was more so talking about the copywriting skills of how to craft the perfect email, from the subject line, from the hook, to the body, to the close, in order to engage people, to get people to open your email, to get people to click your links and buy your product. So in this email, if you guys didn't see that, go back and watch that video, because this will make even more sense. And I'll actually link a card to that video right here. But this video is going to be about how you actually increase your email deliverability and get into people's email box. So we're going to start right now. All right guys, John from JohnMcNeil.com, and so we're gonna jump right into this video, and we're gonna be talking about email deliverability. So for those that don't know, a lot of emails, they don't even make it to the people's inbox at all, right? And sometimes they don't even make it to like the promotions folder or even the spam folder, just because of the different email services algorithms. A lot of these emails don't even make it to the inbox. So what we're going to be talking about today is we want to actually try to minimize everything that could potentially happen with these email services algorithms, so that you can get more of your emails directly into people's email box. So one of the things that you want to do to like engage your subscribers and just get your subscribers to actually open your emails is using power words, right? Power words are basically words that have been tested, that have been proven to get people to psychologically want to take an action, right? And I actually have a link that it's a website here. I'm going to link the link down below, but it's 64 power words that will help you add rocket fuel to your copywriting. So as you can see here, you know, words like you and because and introducing and welcome and secret and hidden and truth, temptation, forbidden, never, revealed. So these are 64 words that, you know, you can use like in your subject lines. You can use this in your copy. These are power words that have been proven that a lot of copywriters use to get people to take an action, right? So make sure you use power words. The next thing you want to do is you want to avoid spam trigger words, right? So there's a ton of spam trigger words that people use every day in their email marketing. And as soon as, you know, they're in their email and those subject lines, a lot of times it's going to go directly to spam. You're not even going to get into like the promotions tab that they have now. So there is like a list of spam trigger words that I want to show you guys. And I'll link this website as well in the description. And this is the ultimate spam trigger word. It's a list of 474 words that will trigger your emails to go into spam. So you want to go ahead and definitely look at this website and look at all of these words here. You know, number one, 100% free, 50% off. That's a big spam filter. Anything with like discount, I know that goes into my spam all the time. So all of these words, you know, you want to try to avoid as much as possible when you're writing your emails and your subject lines. Not to say you can't use them at all, but just be very careful in how you use them, right? And definitely don't overuse them. But if you can avoid, you know, these words, these are kind of like flagged for spam triggers. So you want to try to avoid most of those as possible. So I'll link this website in the description below as well. All right, so then with your subject line as well, you want to try to keep that to about 60 characters, because if your subject line is too short or too long, it also will trigger the spam filter. So, you know, a lot of people used to put like you or hey in the subject line, and that used to work well for a while, but now a lot of times that goes into the spam. And then if your subject line is way too long and you know, people can't even read it, that will also trigger, you know, spam. So you want to try to keep it about 60 characters. You also don't want to overuse caps or symbols. So like in your title, you don't want to have like the whole thing capitalized. You don't want to have like a ton of exclamation points, a ton of periods, like $20 signs in the subject line. All these things will kind of be picked up and flagged as spam. Another big one is using this RE. This used to be heavily used a lot because this kind of represents like you were having a back and forth conversation with somebody, but you're sending out an email and using the RE as if like you guys were communicating back and forth and bantering over email, but you're really not. So this will definitely get flagged into spam, so don't ever use the RE. The other thing is to help increase the subject line or your open rates, you want to use like brackets. I kind of talked about that in my last email that I was referenced to earlier. So you can use brackets because this will help your email stand out in the inbox. So I just kind of give an example here where I put like new opportunity, right? You know, I put that in brackets. If you saw that in your inbox, you would probably, your eye would probably like, you know, naturally progress to that has a bracket, right? Because it's something different, it's standing out in the actual inbox. Then just a couple more things, guys. So try to keep your open rates above 6%. So if you're mailing to your list and you're getting open rates lower than 6%, that's just basically going to tell the email providers that, you know, whatever you're emailing your list about, they're not really interested, which will actually decrease the amount of deliverability to those actual email, the folks that you're emailing, right? So the email service that they're going through, they're going to decrease, especially Gmail, they're going to decrease the amount of emails that are actually coming into those folks' inbox. So you want to try to keep your open rates as high as possible. One way to do that is to clean your list routinely. And what I mean by cleaning your list, basically you want to just, you know, take out all the dead weight. So anybody that has been on your list for like maybe 6 months and they're just not opening any emails, just delete them. You know, I do this routinely now. I used to, you know, make my list, try to make it look super big, but it really doesn't matter how big your list is. It matters about who actually opens your email and who actually clicks. I mean, there's tons of case studies where you have people that have a few thousand people on their list outperforming people that have 10,000 people on their list. And because a lot of times those leads are just dead weight. And not only are they dead weight and they're hurting your open rates and everything else and your deliverability, they're also costing you money. You know, the bigger your list is, the more you pay with like Aweber and GetResponse and all of these services. So, you know, clean out your lists. You know, if they're not opening your emails, clearly they're not going to open it. You know, leave space for some other people. And then whoever's unsubscribing, make sure you delete your unsubscribes just to kind of keep your list nice and clean, keep your autoresponder feeds low. And that's going to also help your deliverability. The last thing I wanted to talk about is, you know, ask questions in your email. So when you're actually sending emails to your subscribers, you can ask them a question. So you can say, you know, reply to this if you know, got some value, or tell me about this, or, you know, respond to this topic that we're talking about in the email. And what that does is when people actually respond to you in emails, that does signal your email providers that, you know, this person must know them, you're engaging with them. So that's going to trigger that, okay, if this person, me as the, you know, the sender of the email, is sending you an email now, and we bantered back and forth via email, then it's going to say, okay, well, they're friends, and go ahead and make sure that that email hits the autoresponder box. So a lot of times you'll see marketers now, one of the first 2 or 3 emails that come out, they're like, respond back or reply back to this, say hello, let me know if you have any problems, ask a question. They actually have the subject line, ask me anything or something like that, just to get you to respond back. So it helps the deliverability when they're actually mailing out to you. So that's really all I had today, guys. I know this is kind of a short video and it's not the sexiest video that one can do, but it's an important one. So go ahead and make sure you follow a lot of these principles here. Look at those power words, check for those spam trigger words as well. Try to not use those, and use all the other tips that we spoke about today. So if you guys have any questions, make sure you leave it in the comment section. If you guys have any commentary on email deliverability in regards to helping people get more emails into the inbox, please leave it in the comment section below. Let's all help each other. We all want to learn. This is kind of like a work in progress. You're constantly learning to try to how to get your emails into the inbox. So this is John for JohnMcNeil.com. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.